What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got the latest on the Michigan investigation, as you're going to be talking about what came out of the NCAA's visit to Michigan and where things currently stand. Plus going to be talking about what some Michigan players and Michigan commits are saying about this investigation. Plus we got some recruiting news as some Michigan coaches went on the road to visit some crucial Michigan targets. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to first start with the latest news on the Michigan investigation. Not going to talk a whole lot about it, but the NCAA did visit and meet with Michigan yesterday. Now, the first thing I will say, just going to, get this out of the way, this investigation and all these accusations and everything, it will have no impact on this current season. One of the main reasons is because Michigan is still yet to receive a notice of allegations by the NCAA, and if the NCAA does give them a notice, Michigan has 90 days to respond, and the national championship is obviously closer than 90 days. Also, we talked about in our last video, as the Big Ten or the College Football Playoff Committee could do something about it, but let's be real, they aren't going to do it. Neither is the Big Ten, because due to the TV deals and the TV networks, they would be not happy about that, because obviously money rules in this sport. So basically we are 99% sure that it is not going to affect this season whatsoever. Now obviously, there's an article coming out that the Washington Post posted that a private investigative firm approached the NCAA with documents and videos obtained from computer drives maintained and accessed by multiple Michigan coaches. However, as of right now, there is currently no firm evidence that Michigan coaches were involved in this, and there is nothing linking head coach Jim Harbaugh directly either. Now obviously we are in the very early stages of this investigation, and I wouldn't be surprised if this investigation didn't conclude until a year from now or something like that, because the NCAA, they take their time with these things, and as of right now it just doesn't seem like the investigation will conclude anytime soon. Now yesterday, the NCAA was supposed to interview Michigan coaches. However, some coaches are on the recruiting trail right now, out there recruiting. Some people have come and said that their sources said the NCAA did talk to some of the Michigan coaching staff, and then some sources have come out and said that they haven't. The one thing I will say is I don't think they really talked to any of the assistant coaches. They may have talked to lower level staff members of the Michigan football program, but I don't believe they interviewed or talked to any of the assistant coaches. So the NCAA, they're going to want to conduct all these interviews with coaches, players. So like we said, we are just in the beginning of this process. So that's kind of where we stand right now. Obviously there's speculation of somebody illegally accessing Michigan's computers. As far as the private investigative firm, many believe that it did indeed come from Ohio State, but that isn't set in stone. That is purely just speculation. But obviously wouldn't be surprised, as Ryan Day and Ohio State have complained about sign stealing when they've been beaten by teams like Clemson in the past. Now we did get news last night, that Ohio State reportedly told TCU about Michigan's sign stealing, and TCU apparently used dummy signals to fool Michigan. So I will say, knowing that, why didn't Ohio State or anybody else do this? And I'm sure they may have done that, but it just goes to show how minimal of a competitive advantage that in-person scouting does give a team. The NCAA even said that in their own words in 2021 when they were about to get rid of the rule. So that's what I have to say about this NCAA investigation onto Michigan. Let me know what you guys think about this, but the main thing you guys need to know is that nothing will happen this this season. Now, I did want to talk about what some Michigan players are saying about the NCAA investigation. And the first one is Michigan offensive lineman Zach Zinter after the Michigan State game. He said, "You see it all over social media. People are throwing different stuff at us." He said, "I mean, we're just going to keep our head down and keep working. They can claim and do whatever, say whatever. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing." Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy, during his bye-week press conference, said, "I'm just so focused on what we were doing in the building, and so is Jim Harbaugh, that it never really becomes a distraction." Michigan offensive lineman Trente Jones, during his bye-week press conference, said, "Wouldn't say worried. It's more of just another distraction that people come by and try to tarnish what we do." And there's also some Michigan commits that spoke about it. The 2024 three-star defensive line commit Owen Wafel said that "It doesn't bother me at all. I know Michigan." And he said, "Media is media. You can't control that." And the edge commit Dominic Nichols said that they don't want them to win. He said it's not illegal to steal signs in the first place. That's why you change the signs every week. It is what it is. And Michigan running back commit Micah Kapana said, "I don't really have an opinion on it, but I just feel like they are doing anything in their power to take down Michigan." And I also talked about earlier in the video of some Michigan coaches on the recruiting trail out visiting recruiting targets, and Sharon Moore was out and he visited the 2025 four-star offensive tackle Carter Lowe, ranked 149th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, mainly between Michigan and Ohio State right now. Ohio State does have a crystal ball prediction going in their favor, but Sharon Moore did check up on him, and he told the Michigan Insider that it went really good. And he actually just took a recent visit to the Indiana game. Said it was my first time back on campus in a while since the summer. He said it was good seeing Coach Moore again, and he said overall it was really good. Now, he is expected to come in for the game against Ohio State, and that'll be a huge one because obviously this is a battle mainly between Michigan and Ohio State. But Sharon Moore did check up on him and watched his practice yesterday. And Kirk Campbell also went up to see the 2025 five-star quarterback George McIntyre. Obviously, Michigan going after Bryce Underwood as well, but they're also going after George McIntyre, both five-star quarterbacks in the 2025 class. And Kirk Campbell stopped by in Brentwood, Tennessee to watch McIntyre play. Now, McIntyre told 24/7 Sports that he's a good dude. We've been talking quite a bit, and I visited once, and I loved it there. He's a really good coach. And he said that this is the third time actually he came to 2 practices in spring. This is the third time seeing him and getting to watch me throw. And he said he always has good pointers. And real quick, I also wanted to talk about a couple of recruits that some teams are trying to flip from Michigan right now. First one is Dominic Nichols, the 3-star edge in the 2024 class. Michigan really needs to keep him committed, but Clemson, Wisconsin have been going after him. They have seemed to faded away though, and right now Florida State is still trying to communicate with him. Nichols did say, according to On 3 in the Wolverine, that "I'm just kind of tired of the recruiting process. I don't think I'm going to visit there." So that is a good sign for Michigan there. But another guy Florida State is going after is Chris Ewald, the 2025 4-star cornerback. He did just take a visit to Florida State, and he actually told Florida State's On 3 site that Florida State is top 3 because Coach Mike Norvell, since the beginning of the season, he was like, "This is the place to be." Now, Michigan is expected to host Chris Ewald for the Ohio State game, so that'll be a big visit. And hopefully Michigan can keep him committed because we really need that in the 2025 class. And one more thing I wanted to talk about: how in the world is Roman Wilson not listed on the 2023 Biletnikoff Award watch list for the most outstanding college football receiver? It is just outrageous not to have him on the season. He has 27 receptions, 446 yards, 10 touchdowns. I mean, he has by far been one of the best wide receivers in college football this season, especially with 10 touchdowns on the season, especially to do it here at Michigan. I mean, he is arguably one of the best college football wide receivers this season. But let me know what you guys think about that. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.